welcome to another episode of Graham Watches. Again, we have Chris and Graham. Today, or tonight, or wherever you are and whenever you are, they are watching Beauty and the Beast trailer.
We sound like we're like at a game show from the 50s.
That's Nick's announcer voice, so deal with it. Have either of you seen this trailer?
I have.
All right, so Chris has. Graham has been a very diligent member of Barrel Roll News by not watching anything for like 3 weeks. So here is Beauty and the Beast.
We're gonna get copyrighted in the castle. I'm just kidding.
I'll put my arm in the way to it.
If the castle doesn't do it, the music will.
Oh yeah.
That's why I turned it down.
It's Krampus. And Hermione. It's
You must leave here. This castle is alive.
Who's there?
Do you wish to take your father's place?
Come into the light.
He looks badass.
Show me the girl.
Look at her. What if she is the one?
Those are
The
creepy.
one who broke the spell?
I don't know. I don't know if those were supposed to be uncanny, but
Well, of course he can talk.
Hello, nice to meet you.
The Master's not as terrible as he appears.
ah, cool.
Think of the one thing you've always wanted. I'll find it in your mind's eye and feel it in your heart. Don't be afraid.
I'm not afraid.
Ian McGregor.
Ewan McGregor.
Is he the Beast? No.
Okay, I'll be fact checking. What did you think of that lovely trailer, everybody? Graham, thoughts, opinions? You thought the Beast looked cool?
Yeah, but then I realized that he's like, is he CG the whole time?
Part of it's CG.
Looks like it,
yeah,
yeah.
Oh,
it's-
okay.
I believe they've gone more CG than they have
Like prosthetic.
prosthetic type stuff. And that's more the Disney way of doing stuff. If you
Yeah.
watch Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm lying. Or
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book, that's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Jungle Book
Um,
is the same way.
So, now, the other part to these movies is you kind of know what's going to happen.
And I was gonna say, I'm like, are they just doing it beat for beat?
Well,
'Cause-
not necessarily, because when I watched Jungle Book,
I'll tell you something about this one in a second, but yeah.
okay,
keep going.
Jungle Book wasn't quite the same.
Yep.
And the director even went out and said that there's a reason why he changed it.
Well, that's good though, because then
So
I'm
I
watching the
wouldn't.
same
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be the same. Like, it will be the main story will be the same, but there will be
They
elements
also
changed to it.
They also do look like they're pulling more from, because I've just gone through every fairy tale in existence in the last month, more of the actual fairy tale from Beauty and the Beast. So when you see the dad picking the rose, in the fairy tale, that's actually why he's locked up,
Because he's picking a rose.
because he picked a rose. So the Beast actually is fine with him being in the castle and staying warm and avoiding the winter, but Belle, when he had left, had asked him to bring back a rose from the big city. So he walked through the garden and went, "Ooh, pretty flower!" Picks it, and that's when Beast loses his mind. Because those are his flowers. He can eat his food, he can sleep in his beds, but you don't take his, like...
Yeah.
You do not take his flower.
See, okay, that's, I like the cast.
Okay, cast-wise, here we go. Dan Stevens is the Beast.
Don't know who that is.
No. Belle is obviously Emma Watson,
Good choice.
which I think is an excellent choice. Dan Stevens is in Downton Abbey.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't help.
Luke Evans is Gaston.
Interesting choice, but I like it.
Juju Mubthara is Plumette.
understandably so. They needed a French person.
We'll
And
go with French. She was in the movie we were earlier discussing, Concussion.
Sure.
Ewan McGregor is playing Lumiere.
That's kind of cool.
Emma Thompson's playing Mrs. Potts. Stanley Tucci is Candenza. I don't know who that's supposed to be. Ian McKellen is Cogsworth. Kevin Kline is Maurice.
Kevin Kline, like the singer.
Actor. Wild Wild West. Opposite
Yes.
Will Smith.
Oh.
Josh Gad, who was everybody's favorite lovable snowman.
Calvin Klein. Sorry, I just realized my mistake.
Josh Gad, who played everybody's favorite lovable snowman. Olaf is
Oh, he's-
LeFou.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He's guest
though.
on Sidekick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good choice.
And then everybody else is there's not really anybody.
Yeah.
Because those are the main people.
Sure.
So that's that flick. Are you disappointed that he's CG?
It's funny because nowadays it almost feels lazy. Like
Yeah.
we're back like after like Mad Max like swept, was that the Oscars?
I don't
Or no, which
It was the
Oscars
Oscars.
Yeah, there
It
was
was
a lot of
Oscars.
the visual.
where
yeah.
like we're coming around where it's cooler to be
Yeah.
going back like
And even
because
Force
CG is
Awakens-
now
Force
too
Awakens
easy.
was this
And then, yeah,
same-
Force Awakens was the
went
same
more
way.
back to the original than
Yeah.
The biggest trick is blending practical with special effects
Yeah,
and what they can and can't do. So put them in a prosthetic costume
and then
and then add to it with the CG.
touch up. Well, even
Yeah.
Deadpool did the same thing.
Yeah.
He was still in the physical costume, but like
Then they changed
they
his,
would
to give
play
him
around with
emotion.
his emotions with CG.
Yeah.
And when I made the joke that he's Krampus, what was really good about that latest Krampus movie was that he was entirely like
in a costume.
in a costume, which was badass looking.
Yeah.
So,
Chris, what do you think about his?
I don't know. The horns kind of.
I think the
Thorns.
horns are not. I think they're actual prosthetics.
see, yeah,
But
that's,
but
yeah.
I'm just thinking back to the animated stuff.
Yeah.
He didn't have horns, did he?
Yes,
I think-
he did.
I didn't think he did. I thought he
They weren't as
prominent.
pronounced. Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe that's
I?
it. It's just they're sticking
he has,
no
like,
more.
Because I
Big
again,
bull horns.
I just
now.
watched
Just the
that
look of
flick.
him. I mean, just by the way he sounds and everything, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just kind of the look of it, I don't mind the CG. I really don't. It's just the horns that kind of. It's
Are
like
throwing you off.
it's like the wings on the Power Ranger thing. It's like
Oh,
why
we've
is
gone
that
over
there?
we've gone over the wings enough. But yes, he did have. But they blended in. They went with his fur.
Oh, they
Okay, yeah.
came forward instead
Yeah.
of
That's-
like.
these
These
ones
ones curl.
curl
They
back.
got the big. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why you're noticing.
Maybe,
them.
and it's been such a long time since I've actually watched the.
Even when you watch the
animated.
movie, they are not. It's not like he's horn face.
Yeah,
He's just
they're
beast.
yeah.
And I think we even discussed earlier. I'm kind of excited that they'll probably do songs from it.
Yes, and
Yeah, that'd be
they
fun.
are. If you watch the very end here, let's see if I.
You seen Gaston dancing over the
Well,
table.
and here I can track right here. Songs and music by Alan Menken.
So
So he's the original. He's the original
writer.
guy who wrote all
So
the
you have
songs.
to credit
so.
the
him
Gaston
for-
song, and I'm sure the
Beauty and the Beast. If I do a bad enough job at it, they can't hit me with it.
Which I mean, that's one thing I loved about Jungle Book was
Just not a lot of song, but just
enough
and in the
and the good songs
and the good ones, yeah.
And it was, yeah,
And I feel like Beauty and the Beast because I felt the songs were stronger in Beauty and the Beast. So even
Yeah.
if they open it with the "She's a Strange Girl" Belle opening song, hit us with Be Our Guest, yay nay,
I would say Be Our Guest and the Gaston song.
and not Tale as Old as Time.
I can't
As old as rhyme,
No.
Maybe at the
When
end
they-
during the
when they
credits.
dance?
Maybe at the end during the
The whole
credits.
ballroom dance supposed to have Mrs. Potts.
But I think that's just going to be
You think it's just
going
gonna
to
be
be music.
No? If you had to pick two songs out of Beauty and the Beast that had to make it, what would they be?
Well, crap, probably the only two I could think of. Which
that's the
would
thing.
Probably be like the three you mentioned, like the dancing one, the Gaston one, the
Be Our
Be Our Guest.
Yeah, guess. Maybe they can fit three. Depends on the pacing of the
I
movie.
don't know because Jungle Book only had two, and but like you said, maybe Beauty and the Beast.
If you're a
better
guest, I think it has to be
songs.
like a defaulted one, though. That'd be the
And that's the
priority
question.
one.
Or he'll just be humming it. He'll just kind
And that's the other trick. Do you
Or-
just throw
yeah.
it
maybe
in
he'll
there
just
with
hum
it?
it while he's dancing around and doing.
I mean,
other
they just
stuff.
throw the line in when she sits
Yeah,
down
be
for
our
dinner, and you
guest.
can go, "Be our guest, madame," and you go,
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
maybe they do the other song.
maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
That's an interesting.
I wanna see
We'll
Emily
keep
Ryan.
on top
Yeah.
of that one. That'll
Place
be
bets right now.
Either who, folks. That was Beauty and the Beast. That was Chris and Graham on Graham Watches. We'll see you next time for another awesome episode that are going to keep coming out on a very constant basis because we have lots of these to do. See you next time.